Hello. Today I'm going on another horse ride with another horse. And it is Toby. How you doing, Toby? Are you being a sweet old boy? I braided his mane and his tail. Because why not? I felt like it. He's just being a sweet old boy. You know, there's Penelope eating her hay. Sweet old girl. That hay is like from winter. Like when it was like getting started to start spring. And I sort of love spring, but not fully. Oh, I'm surprised Penelope's not gonna follow me. My head itches. So, Toby, are you gonna be? No, I'm gonna tighten up my reins. There we go. Nope. Dang it, this rein is loose again. Okay, there we go. Come on. The doggos are coming. Oh, easy. She spooked. He spooked, not to he. He spooked, not she. So, I haven't rode him in a hot minute, so how the ride goes. Will he get spooked or will he not get spooked? I don't know. Yeah, I'm not testing that fence theory. I was thinking walking over it, but I'm not gonna test it. I'm not gonna test that fence theory. Not theory. Theory. Penelope decided to follow. Well, I hope she doesn't. Yep. I hear Penelope. Penelope decided to try to come. Is going to try to come. You know? But she's not going to. Penelope, not Penelope, we need you to get you going. You know? Like, get some, moving into you. There's Penelope. She's like, hey, what up for me? Toby is the older one. He is 26. I don't know when his birthday is. But he's 19. And she's a 1999 baby. Wait, he's turning 27. Okay, so he's a 1998 baby. And Penelope's turning 2025. So she's a 2000 baby. Toby, you're older than me. By I don't know how many years. Okay? So probably about 13 years, yeah. And you, ma'am, are about 10 years. And there's Maggie, who is turning 5. And there's Diesel, who is underrated Diesel. He is probably turning 1. Actually, no. Okay, so my sister got Diesel in March 2024. So yeah, he'll be already B1. Can he like speed it up? Dude, I love you to death. I seriously do. I do love you to death. You're my favorite boy in the whole entire world. But Leroy is my favorite whole entire boy in the world. Because Leroy, oh my gosh, Leroy was like an ancient horse. He was old. He got passed down from like he was like a racehorse, and he retired from being a race. Like I think he got hurt and then retired being a racehorse, and then he went to a college to be a jumper or hunter jumper horse. And then I think after all that, he came to our. And I think we only had him for about a year or a couple months before my mom decided to put him down. You know, it's sad because I love Leroy. I love Leroy. Because Leroy, every time when I had him tied up to a horse trailer, he will be standing by the gate. He'll have his like little, he'll have like a centimeter of centimeter tongue out, like a centimeter. He'll have his tongue out, and I'll just stand there and play with it like it was nothing. And that was like my favorite part. And then I rode him in an English saddle because he was a skinny boy. He was an old man but skinny. So I rode him first time, and he loved it. He loved it. He was an old man, but he loved it. He was happy to be ridden again. And then then we had Calissa for about a long time. I think we got Calissa in like 2019 or 2018, one of those years. So we had her for about so let me count the years. So we have her, so 2018 or 2019. I think we got her in 2019. She was a skinny, she was a mare, and Calissa. So we didn't know Calissa's age. She was probably about in her 20s when we got, like her late 20s when we got her, and then I think she died in her about mid 30s. That's what it looks like, because normally horses will die in their 30s. Because I think my mom's horse, Scarlet, I think she died about 2017, and she was in her 30s. Also, Scarlet was blind, and I think she was deaf too. Or, hold on. Actually, hold on. I think we had Calissa more early, because I think Scarlet and Calissa met before. Oh, yeah, I think Calissa and Scarlet met before. So probably in like a little bit early. So probably like 2017 or 2017. I don't know which one. But I think it was like 2017. I think when we got her. I have to ask my mom. So, when we got her, she was probably in her late 20s. So if she was in her late 20s, so she must be in her like late 30ish and like mid-ish. So probably around like 30. So probably about, I don't know, probably 37. No, not 37. That's too late. So probably about 35 or 34. 35 or 34. when she died. But when we got her, she was like late 20s, or like early 20s to late 20s. I don't fully know how long we have her. She was like, we didn't even know her age. And she was a skinny bean. She was a skinny bean when we got her. So, and we got her from my mom's friend. And she was a professional barrel horse. She was like a professional barrel horse. We figured out her old name. Her old name was Dollar. I was like, I wish we knew that name since we got her. Because when we got her, we didn't know her name. She had no name. So my sister named her Calissa. And later on, we figured out her name. Her name was Dollar. And I was like, we should have kept her name Dollar, because I love that name. I love the name. Even if it's like a name of money. But I love the name of Dollar. And I was so sad when she died and passed away, because she was my best friend. Calissa was my best friend. She loved me. I loved her. And this is Toby, not Calissa. And every time we went to a game show or a horse show, I had to like nudge on the reins, and she will just follow me. If I started running, she will start trotting behind me. I loved her. She would follow me anywhere I went. Yes, she will be feisty at some points, but I loved her. She would follow me anywhere. And, oh, come on. Oh, there's a Penelope behind me. Well, not fully behind me, but in the pasture. Right next to us, right there. In that pasture. And she was like, and then we decided to retire her, because she was old. I was getting bigger. She was old. So we decided to retire her. And then about probably in this early, probably in the fall of 2023. In the fall of 2023, she died. She passed away, probably from old age. And she died of old age, probably. So it was really sad. So I tried to go out there and be brave enough to cut a piece of her tail or mane so I can keep it. So I had my sister to do it, because I was emotional. I was scared. I was scared to touch her body, because you know how bodies start to when starting to shut down, they're fragile. They're fragile. I was scared to touch it. Even I hate this the scent of deposing, of a horse body deposing. So, yeah. And Penelope's wanting to go with us, but I'm not gonna let her, because I want her to enjoy. And I was sad when she passed away. It was a rough time for me for a couple months, and then I got myself back together. It was oof. I thought everything was going to go downhill from there, but it didn't. I was like, Rosie, keep yourself going. Even someone died, that someone you lost, or animal lost, and I was so sad. And after that, about, I don't know, probably about the summer of, about the spring or the summer of 2024, we got Big Mama from the same owner that we got Calissa from my dad's, not from my dad's, from my mom's friend. Oh, there goes a squirrel. From my dad's. From my mom's friend. And her name was Scarlett, but we called her Big Mama. Because why not? It was a nickname of hers. And my mom's friend thought it was a good idea to bring her over here. And so she can feel happy again. So she can eat grass all she wants. And I rode her about 2 times in her life period. Her lifetime. We only had her for about a year and probably a couple months, 2 or 4 months, 2 or 3 months before I think she died in fall. So about the same season that Calissa died. And I knew something wrong. I knew something was wrong with Big Mama. Uh-oh. Okay. I knew something was wrong with Big Mama. And I told my mom about it. She probably forgot. Well, I did not tell my mom about it. That was a lie. I did not tell my mom about it. I think we both knew something was wrong with her, but we didn't do anything. I knew something was wrong with her because, every time when she sees me, she's all happy. She's like, oh my gosh, there's my person. There's my person. And, there's my person. And, when she died, I felt guilty. I felt sad, guilty, angry that I thought I did not take care of her good enough. There was so much emotions. I felt raged. I felt hurt. I felt guilty. And I was like, Mom, please tell your friend I'm so sorry that I did not take care of his horse very well. And he's like, she was like, baby, it is not your fault. We both knew that something was wrong with her, and we did not do anything. And I was like, I know, but I felt so guilty. I feel so guilty. And, this is gonna make me cry. I felt so guilty. I felt every emotion in my body coursing through. So, we told her friend. And it was such a hard time because I felt it was my fault. I did not take care of her enough. And I felt so many emotions. That she was such a sweet girl. she looked old, but she was young. And she was probably sick too. And I felt so guilty. I felt so many things. And sorry, I had to stop. Both my horse just got out her pen and start trying to come follow us. So many emotions. And I felt so bad. Because that dudes know that my mom's friend's wife, that was my mom's friend's wife's horse. And I felt so bad. So many emotions. So many things. And then I just took a deep breath. I was like, Rosie, it is not your fault. Everything will be okay. No one's going to yell at you, scream at you, blame it on you. So many things. So, I was planning when her body fully decomposes, I was going to go grab her skull so I can paint it and give it back to my mom's friend as a gift. And I was thinking doing a mushroom theme, and my sister's like, some people think mushrooms are supposed to be like illusions and all that, seeing things and dizziness and all that stuff. And I was like, really? I was like, because I love to paint mushrooms, make mushrooms. I don't like eating them. I hate eating mushrooms, but also I love mushrooms, to draw and all that stuff, all that fun stuff. Because I love to be, I'm always trying to be creative in my own way. Because when 2020 hit, COVID started and all that, I my mental health after my grandparents got sick. They died. My mental health went low. It went kaboosh. It was a bomb of sadness, emotional, all those things just went kaboosh on me. Like a flood, I'm trying to throw out some examples. Like a flood, I felt angry, sad. I thought they died because of me. I thought everything. I thought every single emotional, rude, mean things about me. I had zero confidence. I tried to get my mental self back to normal by myself with no help. Did not work. And then, when 7th grade pulled around, I started, I was in art class, and I was drawing. I literally drawed. So, I had a piece of paper, a blank white piece of paper, and I drawed, the happiest, I drawed what a fake happiness side of me would show. And then, on the back of the paper, in the front of the paper, I drawed my fake happy self. Happy, self. I drawed it on the front side of the paper. And then on the back side of the paper, I drawed all the mean comments, rudeness, all the things about me on the back. And then I showed it to my teacher. And I was like, this is the emotion. I was like, this is what I feel. This is how I act on the outside and how I feel on the inside. So, she kept the paper. I think she showed it to the counselor. The counselor called me up to her office and then called my parents, my step-grandma and my mom. And I was like, so I went to the hospital for about 7 days so I can get help. And they put me on mental medication, and then I stopped using it for about, 3 weeks, and then I feel better. I feel better. I learned how to cope. After literally the hospital, I started journaling. I literally started journaling. I started writing every single day how my day went and how I felt. Everything. Through middle school year. Through 7th grade through 8th grade. 7th grade through 8th grade. I tried to start journaling again this 9th grade year. I didn't, because nothing bad was going on and all that crap. And look at my nails. My sister done my nails. I peeled off this paint nail. This paint nail. I'm trying to figure out words. So yeah. And then there's that, I think. Oh wait. I don't know if that pasture's open. If that pasture's open, I'm going in it. I don't really care. I'm going in it. Either way, I'm trying to enjoy my ride and share a bunch of stories because why not? Because people need to hear stories. If people love stories, they will listen to stories. Sorry, I had this cough about since December, and I will throw out stories. I will throw out random stories that I want to share, and I will keep on sharing stories. And yeah, I went to a hospital. They helped me to get better. I was only there for 7 days. Here's how this is I went to the mental care area of the hospital. So I was I had a roommate, a bed, pillows and all that. And I think I forgot my roommate's name. I think her name was Olive. Yeah, I think her name was Olive. Well, Olive. I think that's her. Her nickname was Olive. And me and Olive were on before I went on Olive's side of the whole entire the big giant room. And the last time me and Olive were really we were friends. We didn't fully know each other, but we were friends because I had no one to talk to. I think me and her were friends at the first day. I started talking to her, and then after that, the incident on the other side of the room, I came over to her side of the room, of the big giant room, and there was a big table and chairs. There was 2 big tables on her side and chairs, and a small tables and chairs against the wall. And there was a couple other people there, and I was and then we started talking. We literally started talking. We started laughing, we started talking, and all that stuff. And then Olive left. And then I left. So, I there was visit days. There was visit days. I think my mom visited me every day, and my dad also visited visited me too. And I had I had trouble sleeping, so the hospital gave me a stuffed animal. And I named it Mr. Waffles. Mr. Waffles. And I slept with him. I kept hold of him. And the day I left, I asked, do you want Mr. Waffles back? And they were like, no, go ahead, keep it. Keep it if you want. It's yours. I was like, great. So I kept it, and when I got home, I think I stopped sleeping with Mr. Waffles. You know, I think I slept with Mr. Waffles so I felt safe. So I can feel safe. Like, it was like an emotional support stuffed animal. You know? And after I left, my mom took my phone away. So I can take a break from what was ever going on TikTok back then, and all the internet stuff back then. You know? So, and I took pills for a couple weeks, and I stopped. And I took a break from it. Yeah. And I got my phone back. And here I'm now, feeling better than ever. In high school, enjoying life while it lasts. Because life is short. Because you can, I'm trying not to offend you guys. But you could, I feel bad for people losing their family members, and dying, and car crashes, and all that. Because, stuff happens for a reason, and sometimes we don't even know that reason. And I felt bad for all the people who died in 2020. And then after my grandparents died, here comes 5th grade. I met Mr. Kachira. I think my grandparents died during my 5th grade year. And I told Mr. Kachira, I was like, I've been staying up all night taking care of my animals, not animals, my grandparents. Because I would stay up feeling worried that I was going to lose them. It scared me. Because my grandpa was my best friend. He was my best friend. I was scared to lose him. And I felt scared to lose him. And I told my teacher what was happening, and he started letting me take naps during the mornings because I was tired. I was so sleepy. Even some days I will try to stay awake in class, and then he will start letting me take naps in the morning. And then all the other students starting to complain. Toby tripped. And the other students starting to complain, and my teacher shut them up so I could take a nap, so I could sleep, so I could rest. And then when my grandparents died, Mr. Kuchera was starting to act he was starting to act like a grandpa to me. he would help me and all that. Like he was being he was being friendly. He was giving me how did I put it? He was making sure I was okay. Like he would like give me naps. He would let me take naps. I'm trying so hard not to cry right now. He would take naps. He would let me take naps. He will do anything to make sure I was okay. Because I was going through a hard time. And everything was going on. Everything was going downhill from there. Like everything was going wrong. And like I felt so much. I thought everything was going downhill. I thought we were going to lose our fun and all that stuff. So many things were going through my head. Terrible things, like bad thoughts. Bad thoughts were going through my mind. And I felt every single, I thought so many bad thoughts, suicide thoughts, everything. I thought everything was going downhill from there. And then when I got I thought because my grandpa was my best friend. He was my best friend. I literally practically lived in my grandparents' house before COVID started and all that crap started. It's all cloudy, so hopefully it doesn't rain while I'm voice writing. I felt when my grandpa died. This is the saddest part that I remember when my grandparents died. I made a get well card for my grandpa, and when my mom and my grandma came home, we were at my mom's house, and when they got home, I walked up to my mom. I said, "Mom, when you go back to see Grandpa again, can you please give this card to Grandpa?" And she's like, "Of course." She was like, "Yeah, baby, I will give him to him. But right now, let's eat and sit down. Make sure we have food in our tummies." And then, after we all got done eating, my grandma broke the ice. And Grandma told us Grandpa died. I felt so scared. I felt every emotion rising up. And I felt so many emotions. And then after my grandpa got sick, my grandma got sick. So she lived in my mom's house for the time being until she got better. And I think one night we sent her to the hospital. She was in the hospital for a couple days, and then she came back home, and we had a air thingy, so they can help her breathe, like an air thingy. I forgot what it was called. And I think one night I woke up because I heard noises. I woke up. I came out to the living room, and I pulled on my mom's shirt. I was like, "Mom, what's going on?" she's like, nothing, baby. Just go back. Just go back to sleep. I was like, okay, Mom. And then my grandma died in December. Yeah, she died in December. Like the month. Like, my grandpa died in November. So like literally the next month she died. And I was scared. I felt vulnerable. I felt helpless. Because like when like a grandchild gets connected to with their grandparents, the grandchild will be their little helper, like their little follower and their little helper. And I felt vulnerable and helpless. I felt terrible. And then after she died, and then my grandpa Jerry died in 2021. My grandpa Jerry was a veteran. So he went through the army life. And like same with my dad. They went through the army. And I think when Grandpa Jerry died, I think my dad, how he explained it, that when Grandpa Jerry died, his eyes were like glassed over, so like they were white, like they were like he was close to death. Like death was at his like front door. And I think my dad sat down my step grandma and my grandpa at the table, and they started eating dinner. And then my grandpa Jerry started talking about very important stuff that he would never talk about. And my dad was like, told my step grandma, he was like, you better listen carefully what he says. And then he started talking about very important stuff like money and all that stuff that he will never share. That he would never share until now. And then after, I think that like literally the next day, I think my grandma was giving my grandpa a bath. And then after the bath, my grandpa was sitting on the bed, and my dad came in the room to start talking, and my grandpa asks, like, can I lay down? Like, can I lay down? Can I sleep? And my dad's like, yeah, Dad, go ahead. So my grandpa was sitting up. I was telling the story that I heard of when my dad was talking to my cousin, or Uncle Tim. I don't know which one. And he was like sitting up straight like this, and he fell down, whoosh, right there. And I think my grandma called 911 or my dad called 911. And there was a paramedic about 20 to 30 minutes down the road. He was like the first responder to get to our house. My dad stopped the medic, and I said, just take your time. He wants to go. Just take your time. So he passed away. And then the next day after my grandpa died, the next day after my grandpa died, I had a feeling that he was gone. Like, I felt empty. And I was like, and then I started crying. Like when you start crying, everything goes downhill from there. Toby, no, we're not going up the hill. We're going to keep on going. Keep on going. We are not. We're going. We are going. We are going. We are not stopping. Nope. And I had a feeling that he was gone. I had a big giant feeling. And then I stopped, and then after I cried, I stopped crying. And that's when my mom called me. She's like, honey, your grandpa Jerry passed away. And after my mom called me and told me the news, 20 minutes later, my grandma called me. My step-grandma called me. She told me the news. I was like, I know, Grandma. I know. I had a gut feeling that he was gone. I had a gut feeling that he was gone. So, he had a funeral. My other two grandparents on my mom's side had I don't know, cremation. Like they put your body in a big giant furnace, and it gets to like a very high temp, that it burns your bodies to ashes. And I wish I had a liability. I wish I had a choice. A choice to grab the ashes, get on a horse, and spread their ashes all around the farm. So they can because sometimes when you if you believe in ghosts or spirits, I believe in ghosts and spirits. I even talk to a ghost and spirits. If you don't, that's okay. I'm not gonna pray to you, or I'm not gonna hate you. I'm not gonna do anything to you. And one time, I was laying on my bed at my mom's house, and I heard a knock. I heard a knock on the wall. I looked up from my phone. I was seeing if anyone was in front of me or beside me or anything. Nothing was there. Nothing was there. Before my grandpa Jerry died, before my grandma got married again and all that stuff happened, I heard, I started hearing my name being called. So every time when I'm playing games, I will have one ear out and one ear being covered by the headphones. Diesel, Maggie, on this side. Please don't fall. And I would always hear my name being called. And every time when I go out there, I was like, did anybody call my name? And all my family members said, no one called your name. So I would go back, and then about 20 to 30 minutes later, 20 to 30 minutes later, I heard my name getting called again. So I came out. I was like, did anybody call my name? Seriously, did anybody call my name? My family member was like, nope, no one called your name, sweetie. I was like, huh. And then after my grandparents called, guess what? My name stopped being called until about 2 years later. So about in 2023, my name starts getting called again. And I think this was during the time my grandma got into a new date, love on, and all that stuff. all that stuff, all that lovey-dovey crap. I'm sorry to like saying stuff. I'm sorry to say bad stuff about love. So, like, I do not like the man she married. So, if she sees this video, I'm sorry, Grandma. I do not like the man that you married to. Because I do not like him. He like comes from a family of like bad stuff. Like bad stuff. Like his family members will do like bad stuff. I'm trying to keep it friendly, but also I'm trying to be straightforward. And I'm trying to keep it friendly and straightforward. I do not like the man. I do not like the man. He gives off weird vibes. I heard a bunch of rumors, stories about him. Bad stuff. I do not like him. But yes, he goes to church and he doesn't do bad stuff, but his family members do bad stuff. You know? Like he just brings off the weird vibe. Like he just brings off like the weird and dangerous vibe. You know? And then like and I started hearing my name getting called again at my dad's house. And I was like, I come out, I look around, seeing if anyone's there calling my name. No one's there. Nope, no one's there. And I was like, well, darn it, my name's being called again. So I went back to my room. And I started hearing my name again. Like multiple, like second after second, my name was getting called. So I walked out. I was like, hey, stop calling my name, you spirit. And then like a couple of days later, I went to the kitchen to grab me a snack. And I looked over to the second living room for a short second. I saw the ceiling fan moving. It wasn't on, but it was moving. And I walked up to the ceiling fan. I was like, why are you moving? But you're not on. So I was like, if you're Grandpa Jerry, stop it. After a couple seconds, it stopped. I was like, holy crap. And I was like, move it again if you're Grandpa Jerry. Grandpa. And it moved again. I was like, Grandpa's talking to me. And I was like, what's up, Grandpa? I miss you. It feels weird without you here. And without you, like, it felt weird without you here. Because it was, like, so quiet. Because you always had the TV on. And then, after I talked to Grandpa the spirit way, like, if you hear me move stuff, like all that stuff. And then after a couple days, stuff started getting moved, like when I'm like home alone, like stuff was getting moved, like glassware, like glassware, silverware, like cups, bowls, pans, sometimes furniture. Randomly furniture was starting to move. I was like, Grandpa, this isn't funny. I love you, but this isn't funny. You know? And then it stopped. And then it all stopped. But I kept on hearing my name being called. So I came out, looked around, no one was there. I went to my dad's room and was like, have you been calling my name? He was like, no. I was like, my name is being called again, just randomly. Like, no one's there, but someone's like been calling my name. I was like, he was like, oh, that's new. No, it wasn't new to me, but It was new. I barely tell him. Back then I barely tell him stuff. I barely told him stuff. Ooh, ooh. I barely told him stuff, you know? And then it kept on happening till the end of 2023. Everything stopped. My name stopped being called. Things stopped being around. Now it's starting to rain. Crap. Stuff like this. Now it's starting to rain. Hopefully it doesn't start pouring rain. Start like thunder and lightning and all that stuff. But if it starts thundering and lightning, yeah, I'm heading back. Like quickly. I'm like heading back quickly. Because I hate, like, look at his hair. Look at his hair. You know, like I felt scared. And everything stopped. Like everything stopped. So I just, now here I am. Stopped hearing the voices and they stopped being moved around and all that stuff. And now here I am. On a horse ride. It's starting to sprinkle. Hopefully it doesn't start thundering and lightning and all that crappy crap. Oh, please don't trip. Please don't trip. Okay. And now I'm here on a horse ride. Now, you know, it's almost the end of the school year. Almost at the end of this. Now, my school is almost at the end of the school year because we get out of May. Because summer starts about June 20th. June 21st or June 20th. So about 4 or 5-ish days before my birthday. And yeah. So I'm trying to enjoy my life. Because any day it could end. Seriously, any day could end. It could. I'm trying to be straightforward and trying to be truthful. Any day of your life could be your end. Like if I was on a horse ride and I was riding a new horse. The horse gets spooked, I get trampled, and I die. In the middle of the field, or in the woods, or anything. That I probably don't have my phone on me, but I do have my phone on me because I always bring my phone. And my parents, no, my mom used the app Life 360. It's like it tracks your device, but it doesn't tell you like what app you're on or like who you're texting and all that crap. Or like how long you need to be on your phone. It just tracks you. Like it's for like a safety. It's like for safety because things could be like there could be like an apocalypse starting. There could be apocalypse or a deadly virus or a explosion or a nuclear explosion or a missile explosion or we need to leave the country really quick or anything. It could be anything. It could be anything. You know? Like if you forgot that you have the app and you try to run away. Your parents could track you. I'm not trying to warn you, but I'm just trying to like tell you that's a really good app. You don't have to pay for it. You just download the app, you add your family members or friends on the app, and like it tells you where you go. Like where you're going or all that stuff. It keeps you safe. Oh, it keeps you safe. Oh, Toby's trotting. He's trotting uphill. Like it keeps you safe. Like it doesn't hurt you or like it doesn't do anything bad. It just tracks you. It's like a safety track device. Like if you get lost and you have like no parent, like if you have like no internet and you have like no internet, you can text your friends or family members like, "Hey, I'm lost. Can you please track me?" like tell me, like to track me and all that stuff. It's like a really good app. Like I don't like you can't really trust anybody anymore now. You I know, Toby, I love you, but like it could help. It could save your life. It could save your life. So it's a good app. Like if you don't want to download it, you don't have to download it. But I recommend if you download it. It's not like a homework or anything like that. It's like it's just a good app to have. You know, when you're out with like if you have a dating app that you met someone online, it could be a 6-year-old, like a 60-year-old. I'm not trying to like call all 6-year-olds like perverts or pedophiles and all that. Like if you're 18 and you met a guy that's like the same age, but behind the screen it could be like a very old man. It could be a very old man or an old woman. Any man or woman could be a danger. You know, because it's not the 1600s or the 1700s that you can just beat your wives or husbands or call your wife a witch or all that stuff. It's not that anymore. It's not like that anymore. Because now we have rules. We have laws to keep us safe and the people around us safe. That we have jails, like it's not like, oh, it's not like, oh, my wife is a witch, I'm gonna I'm gonna hang her and all that stuff. It's not that anymore. You know, YouTube, please don't ban me. Or I'm just being truthful. I'm trying to be straightforward because the truth hurts. The truth hurts. Sometimes the truth hurts. And little kids, don't watch this, please. Don't watch this. It's I'm just spilling the truth. If you want to watch it, you want to watch it. Go ahead. I don't care. But if your feeling gets hurt, don't blame me. I'm just being truthful. I am being truthful and respectful and all that stuff. I am just going straightforward. Laws and rules are supposed to keep us safe. I recommend if you follow them, because if you don't follow them, something bad can happen. Something bad could happen. But if you have like a gut feeling that something's bad is gonna happen, trust your gut. Just trust your gut. I follow rules. The rules keep me safe. Sometimes my parents would let me be a wild child. Like I have a tracker on my phone, and it tracks my phone. Like my mom can look at my location. She's like, oh, she's in that pasture. Okay. Is there a fence going across here? Ooh. Okay, it's a gate. I thought it was like a fence was going through there, and I didn't see the gate. Like I didn't see the fence going through there, because because our fences we use wire. There's no spikes. We just it's just a line of wire. Just a line of wire. And sometimes seeing that wire is hard to see. Hard to see and hard to feel it. It's hard to see, but you can feel it. And I'm riding my horse. I'm not using my hands or nothing. I trust him. If he starts bucking, I know how to hold on. I have hands, and then also I can do this too. Because I trust my horse. I love my horse. I can trust him. If I trust him, he trusts me. That's how it goes. If your animal trusts you, if you trust your animal trusts you. Like Maggie trusts me, so I trust her. I trust Diesel, and Diesel trusts me. Because every time when I come home, I walk up the hill, And my Diesel and Maggie comes greet my brother and me, and saying Diesel would rub on me. Diesel will love on me, rub on me. Maggie will start jumping on me. They will show any affection either way. They can like jump on you, lick your face, and all that. They're showing their love. They're showing that I can trust you. Can you trust me? You know. And like I love my animals for that, because I can like I always earn my animals' trust before I trust them. Because I trust you have to earn, it's like when you meet a person, you can't trust them like the very first day. You have to get to know them. Like can I trust this person or can I not trust this person? Like you have to know them. Because some people will start to act fake. I'm gonna put quotations, fake. They're showing their true self, but it's all all covered up. They're trying to get you to trust them quick enough so you can spill all your secrets to them, and then they can spread it. They can show their real self, and they can spread it. It's secrets being spread is like wildfire spreading. Like wildfire can spread. It's spreading. And that is not a good thing when you have secrets out and all that. And it's bullying. Bullying will start then too. Like anything can happen. Toby. Oh. Okay. I have to tighten up my reins so many times. It's rumors and secrets can spread like wildfire if you tell someone that you don't know fully. Or you have a friend that is like a loudmouth, that she will say it but doesn't know that she said it or he said it. It can spread. I hear an owl. Hello, owl. I love owls. Owls are so pretty. And my horse tripped. Hello, Grandma. My grandma says hello. Or those are dogs. Oh. Oh. I don't like that noise. I hear sheep dying really loudly. Then I hear an owl mixed with the noises. I do not like it. And also Missouri, I live literally in a state. I live in okay, Missouri, Missouri's okay, but it will have its days. It will have its days. It could snow the next. It could rain the next. It could hail the next. We could have a tornado next. And we wouldn't even know it. We wouldn't even fully know it. Until we get a tornado warning or all that stuff. Missouri is a mystery. It will have its days. It will have it not days. It could be a joyful day. It could be a very hot day. It could be a very hot day. Anything could happen. Anything could happen. If I get stuck in a rainstorm, a thunderstorm, and I'm in the middle of the woods, I'm riding a horse. A tree fells right in front of me, and the tree fells right behind me, and I have no way out because horses could get stuck, even though they are fast and quick and agility and all that stuff. But Toby is an American painted horse. His last caretaker before, my sister and me and my mom. His last caretaker was trying to make him into a jump horse. You know, a jump horse. So he can like jump. But he has pinto feet. Pinto feet. So pinto feet, like regular horse feet will be like straight forward. But pinto feet could be like slightly out. Like, you know, like slightly out. Like you're bending your knees in and your feet is outwards. Like a bit out. So that is pinto feet. And I love my horse. I love my animals. Because some horses will trot or lope very smoothly. But here Toby, he trots. He when you're about like my weight, I weigh like 130 or 40 pounds. I weigh 130 or 40 pounds. And how I sit right now is not very well, but also I can ride. Because my saddle's back, here. My saddle right here is up high, so my butt doesn't fully sit down. So I'll sit a little bit, my hips will go forward and my back will lean back a bit. That's how I ride. And I don't have my heels down like professional riders would do. They're always always put your feet down. But sometimes I trust Toby. I trust him. Yes, I fell off of him probably one time, but guess what? I got up, I got back on him, and rode. But if you have I got up, I got on him and rode. If I got hurt, I got hurt. It'll be okay. All you need to know that. All you need to do, just I'm gonna talk back in the days. Just get up, rub some dirt on it, get back on, and ride. Even if you're hurt, ride. But I don't ride my horses much, because I live in 2 separate houses and all that stuff, and all that jazz. I don't know if I hear a vehicle coming towards me, coming in front of me or coming behind me. So I'm gonna get on the grass, just in case if a vehicle is coming. Because I don't want to get hit by a vehicle. Because, when you see that horse course stuff on TikTok or YouTube, you will always see a horse getting flipping injured. And, it's horses, okay. Those, horses that will, move their feet up and down, but don't move forward? That's called when you put something on the horse bottom of their hooves to make them trot like that. That's called you're hurting your horse. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to tell you how to treat your horse, but treating your horse like that is no. Just no. That's a bad way how to treat a horse. That you put something at the bottom. So what a bottom of a horse foot looks like. It has a frog, it looks like, how can I put it? It sort of looks like a frog when it's standing, when you're looking above it, but it's how can I put it? It's 2 little bumps and then it goes straight down. That's a frog. That's a little frog. I'll show you. I can't tell you. I can't show you on Toby's feet because he has mats. Because he has mats on his feet. So yeah. And if you want to look like what a bottom. Oh my goodness. He misses his pasture mate too, I'm guessing. Dang, you two miss yourself. I don't know what I'm saying. like, people would put, like, I don't know, like, something, like, burning, like, something, like, oil, like oil or anything to like, get your horse feet moving. Like, one time, like, I saw a video, a YouTube video or a TikTok video, and there was, like, horses. And this horse looks like it was, like, getting taken care of, but also at the same time, the horse was blind. And, oh, here comes Penelope. But at the same time, the horse was blind. And it was, like, prancing and dancing. Like, it was like moving his feet, like, up and down so quickly. Like, and also his ears were back, and he looks like he was like, I'm gonna kick my owner. I'm gonna kick this person. That's what the horses look like. That's what the horse's face looked like. I'm gonna kick this person. And I felt bad for that horse. I really do. I felt bad for that horse. Animal and horse abuse needs to stop. Seriously, it needs to stop. Because like animals won't do anything unless if it looks threatening. Or sometimes animals will have a mind of their own and will just bite someone. Here, let me put it this way. My dog Misty at my dad's house. She's an English Mastiff. So she will protect her person. Like, one time, I was like, one time I was talking to my dad. You know, my cousin Tim uncle or cousin Tim comes over and they start talking about stories. And I was, like, sitting on the bed listening to the stories, and my dog Misty was laying down beside me. She kept her eyes on my cousin Tim because Misty doesn't fully know who my cousin Tim is. My cousin or uncle. And, like, she didn't fully know my cousin or my uncle. I don't know. I have too many family members I can't keep track of. And you know, she always kept her eye on my cousin or / uncle. I don't know if he's my cousin or uncle. She always kept her eye on him. And my cousin or / uncle or whatever was a straightforward person, like, who was, like, energetic and all that. But Missy always kept, like, if he got too close to the bed, Missy will, like, sit up, growled. But I always had to stop her before something bad happens. Like, she was guarding me. Misty knows that dad can control himself and all that. But she was guarding me. You know, because I'm younger. Like, she knows, like, when someone is around, she always stays by me or my brother Lee. Or both. And, like, one time I heard a story that my dad's friend dog was, like, going in circles, like, around the house because my dad's friend's mom would always pull in, and my dad's friend's dog would always find something around the yard. So it was like a gift. It was like a gift party. And I think the time, it was like it was like 2 days ago. 2 days ago. Yeah, 2 days ago. Like, I'm guessing the police showed up to my dad's friend's house. They knocked on the door, and my dad's friend's dog was like, he was like a King Corso mixed with something. And he was, like, finding something for my dad's friend's mom. And I'm guessing my dad's friend's dog like sneaked in the bushes to see who like was at the front door, and to see what's wrong with the dog, because the dog was like circling the house. But then I'm guessing the dog bit the police officer, and I think my dad's friend slash mom, not slash mom, dad's friend mom heard, I think both of them heard 2 gunshots, and they thought the dog had rabies. You know, like if you know what rabies is, like rabies is like can affect an animal, like humans, or like a bite. Seriously, literally, it's like a zombie virus. It's like a zombie virus. Like when you get like bit by a zombie, you turn into a zombie, but you're slowly dying. But when you have but rabies is like the slightly opposite. Rabies is like when you get bit, I think like you spin in circles. You just spin in circles. Like if you heard of that, like zombie deer virus, like the deer gets infected and it starts like spinning in circles. I think that's like, it's like sort of like rabies too. And it just spins in circles till it spots something and it like charges at something. Like it's like a beaver. Like a beaver, if beaver has like a rabies, because beavers are not like hostile or like dangerous. Like if like a beaver has rabies, so it's spinning in circles and it spot you, it will start charging at you and then probably attack you, probably bite you and attack you, and then you get affected. But sometimes people don't survive rabies, so they made a rabies cure. So like when you quickly got infected, and if you have like a friend or something, your friend will probably call 911 and all that stuff, so you can get treatment. So like sometimes when if an animal has rabies and you had to get put down, like I saw this one video and the raccoon had rabies, and there was a police officer, and the police officer shot the raccoon. The raccoon kept on moving, and I think it got shot like about 6 times till it stopped moving. Like, because the rabies will affect your brain first before it affect all your whole entire body. That's how like a zombie virus works. It will affect your brain first before it affects your whole entire body. Because it will go through like the blood vessels and your veins or your nerves to reach to your brain, so it can control your brain before. Oh, a jet. What's up, jet? It's just a plane. A plane is coming through. So if my horse was out in the field, it got infected, it will probably bite Penelope. And then Toby and Penelope will probably attack me or something, or we just notice it and they were just spinning in circles. You know? And then I'm trying to put in a best example. Try to put it a best example. Because rabies can be very painful. I don't know how rabies work, but I'm putting it in the best example when I'm watching videos and all that stuff. Toby, give me your head so I can take off your bridle. It could be rabies is deadly. If I'm not trying to scare you guys, but next year there could be a zombie apocalypse, or there will be a nuclear explosion, or there could be a tsunami, or there could be a lava flood, or there could be a volcano erupting somewhere in my country. that. You know? Anything could happen. Anything could happen. Like, if we don't even know the reason. Like, we probably don't even know what happens if there was a cause of this thing, or there was like, or just a virus just appeared. Like yellow fever, or the Spanish fever, or the Spanish fever. Like, anything could pop up. Or like yellow fever, or the cold, or like anything could happen, you know, because we don't even know how the Spanish virus appeared. We don't even know. We don't even know how the Spanish virus appeared. Maybe scientists do, but I don't. You know? Hi, Maggie. Hi, baby. You know, anything, we probably don't even know the reason how, or the cause of like the Spanish virus appearing. You know, anything could happen. I'm not trying to scare you guys, but anything could happen. Toby, head up. Toby, head up. So I can put your halter on you correctly. Head up. I love you, dude. So put head up. Anything could happen. Anything. Like one time when I was at 4-H camp, and I was grabbing a basketball by the counselor's cabin, and I got stung by, I think, a hornet. And I got stung like on my, I think, my pointer finger or my ring or my middle finger. I don't know which one. I kind of forgot. I think it was like my pointer finger. And then I quickly moved my finger away, and I started jumping around holding it. I was like, I got stung, I got stung, I got stung. Repeatedly, I literally yelled it. I got stung, I got stung. I didn't cry. I didn't freak out, but I was yelling it so people would know. Like, I didn't freak out, you know. Oh my gosh. Like, I freaked out. Like, I didn't freak out, but I was making sure everyone knew that I got stung and all that stuff. So people could hear it. Toby, you're just a sleepy boy. Seriously. Look at him. He's just a sleepy boy. Look at him. He's just a sleepy boy. Sleepy. He's just a sleepy boy. You know? If you see, I don't know if you Penelope's about right here. If you don't see her, see about right there, Penelope. I'm trying to get her head up. I'm trying to get her head to peek up, or whatever that word is. You know, something bad could happen the very next day, and we won't even know it. Like the time, if you heard the radioactive, they were I'm sorry, the radioactive story that happened in Ukraine. If you've ever heard that, story that a nuclear explosion happened, and they didn't even tell any other countries yet, but when other countries noticed something was wrong on their radars, they called up that town, or it was like a new city, you know? And they were like, hey, we found radioactive. I forgot how can I put this? Stuff up in the air. My mom's coming home. Stuff is coming up in the air. They catched it on their radars. And they called up the city or the town or the country. They're like, "Hey, that's radioactive stuff." I'm trying to figure out the word. But like stuff was coming up on the radars, and all that stuff, all that jazz, and it was like spreading. It was like spreading like wildfire. It was spreading like wildfire. So like some people had to like evacuate quickly, so they don't get like killed or get infected with it. So yeah, because like you can watch on Sam and Colby channel. Sam and Colby. Yeah. If you want to watch the video. It was like, I think the town was called Privyet. Privyet, like a Ukrainian or Russian name. I forgot. But I'll do another video, tell you guys more about it. Alright.